इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome from our side to Business Opportunity over Chai webinar series. This is an attempt where Franchise India team is bringing digitally the brand for the day. We do not endorse any particular brand. Franchise India, the brand which has helped thousands of investors in getting the business solutions advices from our side to get the right selection of the brand. We have helped thousands of brands internationally and nationally to expand their business with our 70 plus offices. And it is our privilege to invite and welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, for this particular webinar. The webinar is hosted by both of them, and during the course of the webinar, once we'll get a complete and correct understanding about the brand, they will take the panel. They will have a panel discussion. The brand which we are presenting you today comes from a beauty segment. JCB is the brand we got for you. It's a leading French beauty brand, and they are present in 20 countries with 400 plus salons and spas. If I talk about their core competencies and strength, they are expert innovative. They have expert innovative services, and they are known for their business intelligence, marketing, and PR. And we welcome Miss Vijaya, who is representing this particular brand for all of us. Thank you so much, Vijaya, for sparing time on Sunday and presenting your brand. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Archana, for introducing me and getting me on board for this lovely discussion that we are going to take ahead. So let's start with a presentation wherein I would take you through the brand profile, brand presentation, and what is that we're exactly looking out for when it comes to franchising in tier 2 cities. So we'll start with the presentation. So Jocla Begin Salon is a salon and spa chain from Paris. So this entire presentation, initially I'll take you through the brand overview, understanding more about the brand and our presence globally, our presence in India. And then later on towards the second section of the PPT is what we'll be talking more about the franchisee aspect. Now, when it comes to beauty, what we strongly believe is beauty is always there. It is just that it needs to be enhanced with the right kind of service. When a professional is in a right mood, However, these professionals who are doing the beautification also needs to be driven by passion and not only drive beauty as profession, because wherever passion and profession blends, it gives a perfect combination and gives an ultimate result when it comes on the table. So that's what we strongly believe as we are into the beauty space. Now, just to give you a brief history about Jokla Begin Salon, we started our first salon in the year 1982. And since then, it is more than 38 years of experience that we have taken up this brand from strength to strength, from different cities of the world. And now we are in India. A global overview about the company. Jokla Begin Salon, it is more than a 150 million euro global chain of salons and spa, wherein we have more than 400 salons and spa across the world, with more than 20 countries right now. So what are our strengths? As Archana did brief about few strengths about the brand, but there are certain strong strengths that we proudly possess. They're like head to toe grooming. So it's like a one-stop solution for a client who walks in into the salon and wants the head to toe grooming. So one-stop solution for that. Very important point is an accessible price point with luxurious ambience. Something, beauty itself is an industry where we can see change is constant. That's the only terminology that we can use, because it's an evolving industry. There are trends that come up, and hence we need to back up our staff with regular trainings. So that's one of these strongest strength that the brand possesses. The professionals who are working with us are passionate. As beauty is more driven by passionate professionals, we have innovative services. Very important and primary factor also of the brand is we are present at all talk of the town locations. Why talk of the town locations? Because definitely what is being seen, it is very easily accessible to a client. It gives you good brand visibility. That's the major reason. And all the above things, when it comes to all the aspects that I have briefed, is strongly backed up by a very strong business intelligence, marketing, and PR team, because this is the team which helps us to drive the business and hence to perform profitable. So it's a combination of beauty and business which blends together and gives us utmost performance. When we talk about the brand partners that we work on with our salons, with skin, we have a combination of a scientific approach and a Indian approach, which is more inspired by nature. So a combination of Pahari local and Skin Door. When it comes to nails, we have Blue Sky. When it comes to hair, we have ranges from Moroccan oil to Olaplex to Dyson, Daphne, L'Oreal, Vela, Sebastian. So it's like a one-stop solution for a client when a client needs to choose a brand also. So, and hence we call them our brand partners as we jointly work towards performance of the salon. Now, when we thought about bringing beauty to India, just to give you a brief, we started our salon in India. The first salon which we started was in Bandra back in 2008. So we are present more than 12 years in India. Currently, we are backed by more than 300 stylists and therapists who are strongly backed up by 100 staff of salon management and corporate team across India, primarily into South and West. That's Pune, Bangalore, and Mumbai. We have 20 salons. We are currently catering to more than 15,000 customers month on month, with a growth rate of 27% year on year when it comes to business. A typical Jokla Begin salon is inspired by designs which are contemporary, designs which are classy. So a combination of white and black theme is what you would see when it comes to a Jokla Begin salon. Typically, we work a lot with regards to optimally utilizing the space, also keeping it quite spacious as well. And white and black are the theme colors when it comes to the salon. As we said, or as I said strongly some time back, that training is the key of the business. And we have Michelle, who is our training manager and creative director, who has over more than 22 years of experience backed by French culture. And that is why each staff in the salon undergoes a vigorous 21-day training module, which is just deploying the French culture in the salon. Now, when it comes to what do we cater into, when it comes to hair, services from your haircut to hair color, styling, straightening, deep treatments, hair care are the treatments that come under the umbrella of hair in the salon. Beauty and spa offers services as a combination of both scientific approach and organic approach, along with treatments which are nail and hand beautifications as well. Makeup is inspired by the French art of makeup, and that's where we come into place and we join hand together to give that international experience called as Begin Makeup. And very interesting category which is emerged fantastically is nails. So right from nail extensions to overlays to gel polishes to 3D arts is something that we are currently catering to clients in our salon. So JCB as a salon, we have few other verticals wherein we have expanded. One is a cure vertical, which is a Trica hair clinic. A Trica hair clinic is a clinic which gives a 360-degree approach for hair treatments, giving solutions for hair loss and scalp treatments, which is backed by a trichologist in the salon who performs the treatments, who consults the client. A vertical which we are very confident about and which has emerged fantastically is JCB Home. And definitely to the times, COVID times like this, we have definitely seen a new rise in this vertical, wherein JCB Home is a vertical wherein a salon service can be experienced by the client at his or her home, catering into both spa and hair as a category. So that's a new vertical that we have started into, and it is one of the fastest growing premium service category that we are finding. Now, typically the question comes up that understanding JCB as a structure, JCB as an outlet, where we should set up a JCB outlet or where we should find. So typically understanding, does that area meet a JCB clientele is the primary question, because at the end of the day, we are going to cater the clients. So typically a JCB client is a client between an age group of 20 to 55, who is accustomed to more finer things in life, has an influential social circle, well-traveled, familiar with a lot of premium and luxury brands, style conscious and well-groomed. So typically a JCB clientele visits at least 2 to 3 times in a month in the salon for various services, let it be an hair service or a spa service or some grooming needs that he or she wants. As at the start, I said there are certain strengths of the brand. So definitely when it comes to business intelligence as an aspect, which is a strength of the brand, the marketing and PR team stands strongly with us when it comes to the support that we are, or the support that we have in our presence. So right from shoots and medias to the presence of JQ magazines to Men's World, is where we are always present, is where the brand is always featured, is where it is the choice or the chosen brand when it comes to people that who would want to be associated with us. So these are certain glimpses of the marketing initiative that the brand is always there, is always present and on the platform to be showcased always. Jokla Begin since a long time has been a part of Bombay Times Fashion Week, which is conducted yearly. So Jokla Begin has always been the styling partner for the Bombay Times Fashion Week. Awards and recognitions, because of the brand strength when it comes to business aspect and to the marketing aspects, the brand is wonderfully backed up because of its performance and is awarded in various specter when it comes to business, when it comes to marketing, and is one of the performing brand in India. Now, when I come to a typical franchisee model, the space that we require is about a 1200 carpet area, preferred on ground floor and on high street. The overall investment for the model will go up to 75 lakhs, out of which 15 lakhs is the franchisee fee. And we enter into a term of agreement, which is for 5 years. Once the outlet is operational, every month a royalty is being paid, which is going to be 75,000 or 10% on service sale, whichever is higher. And a payback period for a well-defined model of 1200 carpet area with 75 lakh investment is typically 2 to 2.5 years. Now, when it comes to support, there are certain aspects or different aspects of sectors wherein the brand is going to extend support, right from business model, wherein a detailed catchment analysis has been done by the company along with site identification. A PNL is being drawn of the site and of the catchment to ensure that the financial viability of the site and the sales projections are being rightly matched. We do support the franchisee outlet with design layouts and BOQ. When it comes to human resource, the first batch of the staff has been recruited by the company. Each joinee of JCB undergoes a vigorous 21-day training module. Even if the person is well experienced in the industry, this is because a client experiencing a kind of services in a salon of JCB should be very similar and same replicated at a B salon of JCB. So we undergo a very vigorous training module, which has been experienced by each and every staff which has been recruited in the salon. Operationally, we will be supporting the franchisee with point of sale setup and guidance, inventory guidance, IT support and checks will be regularly happening, and a financial compliance guidance. When it comes to marketing, all the pan-India awareness and associations will be taken care by the company. Brand PR and media visibility is something which brand is already into. Brand will be extending the same kind of support. A very well-studied and defined pre-launch and launch strategy will be executed at the ground so that we initially start rolling into the customer count and the ticket size aspect. Ongoing artworks and creatives which have been required by the brand for promotions and marketing activities will be provided by the company. And we have a very defined monthly strategy, marketing strategy, depending upon the business requirement, depending upon the trends of the market, depending upon the analysis of the business that will be designed by the company. So something to say, even if it is going to be a franchisee owned outlet, it will be run like a company owned outlet, wherein we would be joining hands together to get the outlet operational profitably. That's the entire aim of the company when it comes to joining hands with us as a business partner is what we would rather say. So this is for the presentation from my side. We can just start with the Q&A. So over to Sonia for this then.
Great. Thank you so much, Vijaya, for this presentation. And friends, I would also request if you have any questions with respect to the business model or the city that you're interested in, please write in the Q&A box and we'll take up your questions with Vijaya and address now. So Vijay, just to start off with, while we look forward to the questions, and thank you for the presentation that you've given for the interest of the entire audience. And I will also like to add, JCB is a leading French beauty house and a leading name which is synonymous with beauty and trends, and the brand also has kept pace with the times and has stayed relevant in the last 38 odd years of its presence in more than 20 odd countries. And I saw somebody asking whether the brand is there in India, and I hope you've got your answer. So the brand entered India 12 years back with the focus in South and West as their main expansion regions, and they have been very thoughtful on the expansion, and which is today a mix of both their equity stores, which is owned by the company, and also now franchise owned stores which they're exploring primarily in tier 2 odd locations. Now to start off with, Vijaya, if you can give a little bit perspective about the overall maybe the beauty market, and how because how JCB is positioned is comparatively different to many other salons, be it national chains or some regional chains that today we see. And being a premium salon, what changes you have seen in the last 12 years of the industry?
So to answer to that question, Sonia, JCB is placed as a luxury segment, catering to a luxury catchment also. But something which I had brought up as our strength is also with an accessible price point, considering the need of a JCB clientele, because typically a JCB clientele is a mix of a young and an established individual as well, who are more accustomed to finer things in life. So it's a combination of age groups that comes to the salon. So definitely we are positioned into a luxury space, into a premium salon, but considering an accessible price point to the individual or a JCB clientele that we will be presenting it.
Okay, and these if I talk about the kind of pricing we have, how different these offerings are for a consumer, how premium these are vis-a-vis the other maybe competitive chains which are present, maybe similar. If you want to give maybe an apple to apple comparison or an apple to orange comparison, how competitive these offerings are for a consumer, and also give some understanding on the profile of the target audience for JCB.
Okay. So when it comes to, so I will be talking more from a tier 2 aspect, where we are looking forward for franchising rather than talking more about metros. When it comes to pricing strategy, it is a very well thought strategy that we get into pricing, which definitely ensures that we are above our consumption cost as well. Also, an accessible price point for a customer to enter JCB. So the entry level pricing will be very competitively priced. However, the services or the high end services will be priced at least an X% higher than the current market trend as well. So it is not a fixed price strategy that we will be executing same as metros. A well thought strategy with competition mapping, understanding the trend in the market is something which we will be executing, because a south market is very different from a west market. The consumer understanding is very different, the need of the service is very different. So we have to strategically price, strategically position our price point, also considering all these factors.
And also understand the last many years your focus has been tier 1, which was primarily I would say all equity stores which the company has been running, and of late your focus has also gone to tier 2 locations. So what is the overall opportunity that you see in tier 2? Because I saw I think in your presentation also you mentioned, and last time that we had a discussion you mentioned tier 2 is a very big focus, and you saw a big demand both in terms of maybe the services opportunity and also demand from maybe people with respect to franchising. So would you want to give a perspective of tier 2 as an opportunity case?
Absolutely. So for 12 years, JCB is operational majorly into metros and tier 1 cities primarily. And getting the strength of running the business profitable is something which gives us confidence to enter the tier 2 cities and tier 2 markets. Also, if we see the trend of tier 2 cities, which has been well analyzed, well studied by us in south and west primarily, and hence we have picked up the cities wherein we see the beauty penetration with regards to beauty consumption, with regards to beauty trends, beauty spends is increasing phenomenally. The awareness has increased. Client wants to get that feel or get that look. And hence the disposable income in tier 2 cities is also increasing. So definitely when a spending capacity along with beauty consumption blends together, we understand that's the right kind of market for us to enter into. Also, it's a very well thought decision that cities are being identified where we want to franchise rather than just going haywire. With 12 years of such strong operation experience, we would want to execute the similar experience or the similar structure in the cities that we have identified, and primarily only focus on these cities so that we build up the business together. That's the major or the primary aim of the company. It is just not to franchise outlet and the outlet runs the show. It is we who have to run the show together.
Sure. Helpful. Which are now coming on maybe on the business model. I think overall you've given a macro view of the area which is required, which I would repeat for the interest of the audience is between 1,000 to 1,500 square feet with an investment of 75 lakhs, which also includes the 15 lakhs of franchise fees in the model. So would you also want to, Vijay, give a breakup of the entire investment that goes in the unit one and typical, what kind of activities is the franchisee expected to do at their end, and what kind of services, activities, or assistance is provided by the company in setting up the entire salon?
Okay, so when it comes to, let's answer the question step by step. When it comes to a breakup of a capital investment of 75 lakhs, so 15 lakhs is the franchisee fee that the investor pays us, the brand partner pays us, and we enter into an agreement for 5 years. Typically for a 1200 carpet area, as per our designs and specification, an overall cost of 30 lakhs is something which goes into the interiors. We have a defined structure with regards to the cutting chairs that we require, to the beds that we require. So the furnitures and fixtures that are required in the salon sums up to 10 lakhs. There's a stock of products that we keep into the salon, both as retail and consumable. Retail is something which the salon will be selling from the salon. That's a 10 lakh investment. Also, this model is such well defined. We have accounted a rental deposit and an initial 3 months working capital loss in the capital investment also. And a total of this sums up to 75 lakhs.
Okay. Now coming on the working capital provision one needs to make, and also trying to understand typically, what kind of expenses would an outlet have on a month-on-month basis. So would you want to also give maybe a flavor of these expenses typically, how much should be the investment on or maybe on the operating expenses? And typically rental is one of the biggest component as far as maybe, any business is concerned. So typically what kind of operating expenses and components starting from maybe the rental that would be part of operating services, the manpower which is required, and other cost of goods. So all put together, typically how much is what consumes at these different levels?
So typically when it comes to operating cost or to drive the P&L, because at the end of the day, it's the investors' money that is into this project, and we would want to ensure that the ROIs are as per the plan and everything. So typically when a model comes of a 1200 carpet area, the rentals are being understood in the areas that we are looking out for. So a typical rent between 1.5 to 1.8 is what we are looking for a 1200 carpet area. We would not want to go to a rental of say 3 lakhs and overburden ourselves, because definitely the calculation varies rather than just going into fancy places and a model which is not business viable. Business models we would not enter into. So typically rental between 1.5 to 1.8 for a 1200 carpet area in tier 2 cities is what we are looking. A manpower cost is something which we initially start with a leaner team. We work on the team's optimum utilization, which is being reviewed regularly. And later on stages, we add on strength to the team by adding more people. So typically overall cost of 8 to 10 people between a 2.5 to 3 lakh is an manpower cost that goes into this major operating expense. So the major expenses are the rentals and the human resource or the manpower. Along with that, the overheads comprises of the consumable cost. So typically a beauty industry in JCB or as a salon will experience a 15 to 18% of consumption cost to the overall business. And miscellaneous expenses or the admin expenses, which includes your basic electricity, housekeeping cost, everything. Typically an expense between 6 to 7.5 lakhs is your monthly operating cost in tier 2 cities, which has been identified.
Okay. And, based on your own experience, because you've been running both in tier 1 prime locations and also in tier 2, what kind of a throughput can a salon give, in terms of the business or the overall revenue? And how long does it take maybe for a salon to reach that level? And you also mentioned there's a lot of support which the company gives at the time of launch and ongoing, and you treat even a franchisee outlet as a company or outlet. That's the kind of support which is extended. So maybe I'll repeat, one on the revenue, typically what's the throughput of a outlet or a salon, and second, how long does it take for him to reach that level, and lastly the support which is rendered by the company initially and also ongoing during the tenure of the agreement?
Okay, so typically when it comes to an outlet with regards to a customer count and a ticket size, so we would require a customer count of 300 to 350 for us to break even and reach a point when we are a little profitable, with an average ticket size in tier 2 cities to be scaling between 2400 to 2800. So this is a typical customer count and an average ticket size that we would require. What we have seen with our expertise, and definitely we opened our Pune outlet, or it was launched during the lockdown times. We were able to get into a level wherein we were operationally profitable, typically by 4th or 5th month of commencement of operation. So we typically look at a model which is similar to that on a line, and then overall break even of 2 to 2.5 years for an entire project.
All right, helpful. Which I'll try and pick up some questions which I'm seeing coming from the audience. So we have Mr. Santosh from Coimbatore. He's trying to understand, and I'll pick maybe quickly some 2-3 cities which I'm seeing immediately on the screen. So Coimbatore is one city where I'm seeing an interest from. I see somebody from Indore also who's keen to understand if Indore is a city where we are looking at expansion. He's Mr. Narinder Ahuja, who's from Indore. So maybe if you can just pick up and advise which are the priority cities for JCB to enter. And I remember from our last conversation, you mentioned tier 2 would be the focus, and tier 1 is where the company would still want to explore company-owned operations. So how would you want to classify the franchise participation, between these two cities, and priority locations and cities, if you can maybe even name which are the important cities for you to enter?
Sure, sure. Also, one very question to clarify with an entire audience is Mr. Dipankar has questions saying what are the locations that the company is currently looking for expansion primarily. In South and West, there are certain cities which have been identified. If I come to South, we are looking out for Kochi, Trivandrum, and Calicut. We can definitely connect in later to understand which are the cities which are available. When it comes to, and Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu. When it comes to West as a market, we are looking for Pune, Nagpur, Aurangabad, Indore, Bhopal, Ahmedabad, and Surat. So these are the cities primarily that we are looking forward to for expansion. Mr. Ashok Panchal has raised a question: how much area is required to set up? Typically 1200 carpet is the area that we would want for an JCB outlet to be there.
Right. You're now talking about tier 1 location. You mentioned last time, locations like Chennai or Bangalore or Hyderabad. All these tier 1 locations is where the company would look at operating their own company-owned stores. Would there be a possibility of any kind of franchisee participation? For example, maybe a FOCO model, maybe the company takes care of the operations and the franchisee becomes an investor who can invest in the business while company retains day-to-day operations. Do you think would there be a possibility of a structure like that, considering that you want to do tier 1 focused, company operated?
Yes. So currently we do not have such plans for sure. Going ahead, let's see how the times pick up, because right now we have a clear set vision. Rather than just expanding into numbers, we want these 8 outlets that we have identified to scale up to a level where they are operationally profitable. So that's a clear vision rather than just jumping into cities and metros. So a clear vision of franchisee is to set up these 8 outlets right now, because at the end of the day, we would want outlets to be profitable, and franchisee as a culture in salon space, we want to ensure that we abide to what we say. That's our primary vision. So answering to your question, not in coming times for sure.
Okay. And what happens to, I also have a question from Mr. Vimal. He would like to know what is the renewal terms after 5 years of the agreement is consumed. So is there new fee which is to be paid?
Yeah, so after 5 years, there will be a renewal fees depending upon 2 clauses, depending upon the fees which have been prevalent at that time, along with the business performance of the outlet as well. So the 2 factors will be taken into consideration when we talk about a renewal of the outlet.
Okay. So you also mentioned, I remember you mentioned when we were talking last time that there's some company-owned stores which also there's a potential or an opportunity for a franchisee to participate. especially Pune. Is there any other location would you want to maybe talk? Which are the locations which can be open
So
for a
we are
franchisee to
looking
be
out.
operated?
Yeah, so Pune as a city has a capacity to penetrate with 3 outlets. So definitely Pune as a market, we are evaluating more on franchisee only, and not in Bangalore and Mumbai.
Okay. And currently, friends, for the interest of everybody, I would also like to mention currently the company is running about 2 locations in Pune, and these are good locations which they have opened up. I think one has been operating for nearly a year, and the second one has been almost about 6 to 8 odd months. So there's also an opportunity for you to look at an existing outlet salon of JCB operating out of Pune, while there's also potential to open one more in the city. Now, when you're talking about, the rollout, you mentioned about 8 odd locations, and Pune, you mentioned there's a potential to open even one more, while 2 are already operating. What are, the radius that we take into consideration for an outlet to come in, So is there a specific kilometer area territory which is defined for a franchisee within which he can operate?
So typically, except see, Pune has a similar fashion when it comes to Mumbai, or an understanding of a consumer. So typically, when I'm talking about the other cities, we are just looking out for one outlet because we understand the market could penetrate. So a customer count, a 400 customer count from that city will be entering the outlet. So we look forward from this aspect. Never it happens that we open an outlet which is right, say 2 kilometers away or 3 kilometers away. For us, it is very important to understand business specification and a footfall penetration that can happen in a particular vicinity rather than a kilometer radius.
Okay. And the other question maybe I like to pick up again is, I think Mr. Naveen Kumar, he wants you to repeat how much you said is the rent ideally should be for a location.
So typically, a rental bracket between 1.5 to 1.8 is viable for our business.
Okay. Vijay, what kind of profile of partners would you be seeking? Understanding that all your outlets, have a very thought through expansion, and also you're owning your own company and outlet. That's what you started doing, and very sensitive as far as operations are concerned. Would you want to even define what kind of profile of people are ideal fit for a business like this?
Okay, so one very important profile is to be passionate towards beauty industry, because that definitely drives you for performance. That's the primary criteria. Along with when it comes to business, we would ensure, or we would want the business specifications to be rightly meant by investors' capacity to invest in the model. Also, we will be supporting the outlet a lot, or we would be supporting our business partner a lot. But along with that, we would require his or her presence around the outlet to ensure that he also overlooks the business. So these are certainly primary criteria that we are looking out for. Definitely, certain thing adds on or benefits us if they have a fantastic experience in beauty space as well. So that's an additional strength that we look forward for.
Great. And which I've also been reading about JCB, and in many countries you also run some premium academies of training. So what kind of training is imparted to a franchisee? How long is he trained? Is he also given some training which is in-house at the salon? So how does the training impart?
So when it comes to training of, let it be a franchisee outlet or let it be a company outlet, it won't be distinguished. It won't be differentiated. That's there. All the staff or all the beginning staff will be trained under a panel of French expertise at regular intervals. So before the start of the outlet, everyone undergo a 21-day training JCB module, which is a mandate. The person doesn't get certified to hit on the floor unless and until he undergoes this kind of training. Also, beauty is something which is changing, evolving. So we need to ensure our staff is being brought to a level wherein he is updated about the knowledge and everything. So at regular 6 months interval, there happens a beginning training, and also a regular interval happens a brand training.
Okay. And you did also mention about the salon doing home services and in salon services also. Now, between the two, while during the lockdown period or the last 8 odd months, I'm sure every salon had seen a surge at services at home. Do you see that trend to continue? And between these two services, which is in salon at home, what ideally that you see is the service split or the revenue split between these two?
So JCB Home is a part of JCB Salon under roof. So as I classify hair, beauty, nails as a category, I would rather classify JCB Home also one of the category which caters into JCB Salon. It doesn't contribute. It is not the highest contributor, but it caters to the client needs. That's more important. Who do not want to travel. Also, the basic needs like a waxing or a haircut, which are being done at home, are well executed. So an entry point service for a client to understand what a JCB is something which is wherein JCB Home gets into the fit. However, there are many consideration or many constraints for a client to come down to the salon as well. So that also fits into the model. And JCB Home is a very well defined model with regards to SOP, with regards to the way a service has been executed, and we are getting fantastic reviews, experiences from a client, and hence we are scaling it up as well. So yes, it will be a part of JCB Salon and Spa in the same roof when it comes to franchising as well.
Okay, now is there a differentiated pricing that we are offering for in-home service? It is premium. Are we charging more for these services? And if yes, what is the percentage that we charge for any of these services at home?
So JCB Home services won't be charged at a premium price. It will be a price which is a little lesser than the salon price. Also, we'll be having a different dedicated staff for JCB Home service. So that person goes and executes the service at the salon. Also, the ambience, the home ambience is definitely different than a salon ambience. So taking into consideration all the parameters, the prices of JCB Home are slightly lower than the salon pricing.
Okay, I'll take a question from Mr. Senthil Kumar. He is asking about the manpower management. Who manages the entire manpower? Is that the company or the franchisee? And I will maybe also add in terms of recruitment, because the manpower is the most sensitive and most important part of a salon service and operations. So how is the recruitment done? And is that locally through the franchisee, or the company would recruit? And if you can explain the entire process along with the management of these personnel at the salon.
Okay. So recruitment of the first batch will be done by the company, by the Jokla Begin company, along with the investor or the partner as well, because at the end of the day, the technical assessment will be done by the company. But when it comes to certain parameters that we have to decide with regards to remuneration and everything, it is going to be a joint closure. So definitely, company will be playing a major important role when it comes to recruitment of the first batch of the staff. Also, the training part has been well explained in my before discussion. When it comes to management of the staff, there are certain SOPs and guidelines where the company follows, and the same will be replicated without a minuscule difference at the JCB Salon also, which are non-negotiable. So SOP wise or structure wise, a Begin staff has to follow the same protocols. However, the JCB franchisee staff will be on a payroll of a franchisee.
All right, cool. I have another question which I see from Shireen, and would like to know if the company also provides franchisee for specific services. For example, it can be JCB nail art. Is that an option for somebody, or a format which the company would promote in the times to come, or would want to explore?
Currently, no. JCB as a model has only one model to be franchised, which is typically which will be catering into all the services as defined in the presentation. So not an exclusive nail as a section is something which will be franchised. We are looking out for an entire one JCB model across.
Helpful. So I'll take another question from, I think it's Vimal V. He would like to know on the royalty, how is that paid? Is that the royalty from the very first month, or after certain months of operations, these are charged?
So royalty is being charged from 4th month of operations. We give a settling time for initial 3 months for the franchisee to set in the business, and from 4th month onwards, the royalty is being charged.
Okay. And that's very important, so the first 3 months are very important for settling down and equally, to engage
Absolutely.
the subscriber for the salon. So there's a 3 months of settling time. In that time, there's no royalty which the company would ask, and rather there's a big support also the company would offer in the initial 3 months and obviously ongoing. Which a last question which I want to pick up is on the marketing, especially in the business of beauty. Marketing is very important, and especially when it comes to salon, it's a highly competitive industry. And I see some of the names also. Somebody's asking about Tony and Guy, and I saw somebody in Indore who says market is very, very competitive. So, how do we help a franchisee, and what happens at the time of launch, and how competitive, we would be vis-a-vis the other maybe leading international players which are present in the market?
So something to build up on a launch strategy, more specifically from a marketing perspective, is to drive in more customer count into your salon. So as I said before, that a customer count of typically a 300 or 350 is something that we are looking out to come into the footfall. So we have a very intelligent marketing team who works on two aspects. One is the alliances aspect, and another is the digital aspect, who works to drive that kind of footfall into the salon. So a reverse calculation goes into place by the team when it comes to alliances. So for example, if a team has to get say 100 footfall through alliances, we understand or we get into an interpretation of what is the footfall. So an X amount of alliances has been done in that particular vicinity on by the area by our marketing experts. And same digitally understanding the catchment of the area of the potential market is something the digital team will be working into place. So both ways we target the audience initially, because it's a new customer count. As the business builds up, we have different strategies from wherein we get clients. There are strategies like referral, there are loyalty programs, there are client binding programs which are available for our existing client to build up the customer count. So as the business builds up, marketing keeps on changing, targeting a different kind of audience as well.
Very helpful, Vijaya. And before we close, I wanted to also request, because we see a lot of inquiries coming in, and I'm sure our audience would like to also have maybe one-on-one discussion on various aspects of the business, which might require some time at your end to be given to them. Do you see a possibility of sometime in the coming week, today being 14th, so sometime in the week of 22nd of February, which could be 23rd or 24th, where we can bring in prospective interested investors for a call with you. If you have any in mind as per your
So
calendar.
we can take up and fix a time definitely in coming week. And we can block the time depending upon the schedule and availability at both the ends actually.
Sure. Yeah. So friends, we'll come back to you on the same. And also I would like to maybe add, so the company, like I mentioned, have been very particular about the locations they're entering, and they've thought through all the 8 locations where they want to come up in the next, I would say, period of 8 months or 10 months time. And as far as support is concerned, the company will also take a lot of effort to do the catchment analysis. They will also help in site identification and also financial viability of the site versus the sales projection from that location. So it's a joint effort and a joint partnership between the two stakeholders, which is the company and also the franchisee. And I would request friends you reach out on the hotline number. We'll place a hotline number in the chat box. So you may reach out on this hotline number with your city and the location and even your profile. What you do would be helpful, and we look forward to receiving your interest and setting up a time with Vijaya for the coming week. And before we close, Vijaya, I'll request maybe a last message if you have for the audience who is listening to you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your presence here as first is what I would want to say you. And when it comes to JCB, or when we come to JCB as a franchising aspect, we do not call them franchisee, we call them our business partners. So I would want to end this conversation with this note, because at the end of the day, success, it's your money and we have to be profitable or successful together. So that's the aim of the company, and that's what we will be assuring to do that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vijaya, for coming in.
Thank
We
you.
wish you all the best for your upcoming location and partnerships, and we would work with you and our entire team in looking for appropriate partners and successful partnership. In the
Sure.
coming week, we'll line up some calls, which our teams will take ahead with you. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you. It was wonderful session. Thanks.
Archana, over to you, please.
Sure. So thank you so much, Vijaya, for joining in today. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am. All the dear participants who have spared time in joining us today for this particular brand, please do reach out to us at our business hotline number, which is 97176 You wish to have more information about JCB, any other brand, please save this number in your phone book so that you get a regular updates from our site through our broadcast messages. Also join us, connect with us at different social handles, information on your screen. We invite and encourage you to share each and every suggestion and feedback you have for us, because that will help us in improving our business. Please join us at the Facebook page of Franchise India Brands Limited to see that all the previously done webinars, submits, every recording is available over there. You can watch it and you can learn from it. Thank you so much once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.
Ashna, we're not able to hear you. So, friends, the entire recording of this webinar, you can go on the Facebook page of Franchise India. We also have put a hotline number, which is 9717683838, where you can.
At 3 p.m. and we are inviting you for East India show that will start sharp 3 p.m. where again our opportunity, our aim is to give the 10 top business opportunities for each one of you. So please do registration today at the same business hotline number so that you can join us sharp 3 p.m. Tomorrow, under 243rd edition of Business Opportunity with Chai webinar series, you can join us for Glam Factory. That's the brand we are bringing for you tomorrow. Do registration for both the submits so that you can join us. Thank you so much once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Vijaya. Good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Archana. Good day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a
Thanks.
nice day. Bye. Good